YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. First of all, I just want to say thank you. Yesterday we did a comparison of these two TVs. We have up top the 77-inch Sony A95L, and on the bottom we have a 65-inch Sony Bravia 9. So we did a comparison yesterday showing some television and a little bit of movie content. Tap into that video if you haven't seen it. Today's video is going to be more centric for gaming, okay? So we've got a gaming PC loaded up to this. As you can see, it's Thursday, May 30th. It's about 9 o'clock a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and get this content created so I can get this video rendered. And hopefully by the time you see it on the 31st, it will be in high dynamic range. So this is being shot in 4K 60 frames per second. And here are the video expectations. We got a PC here, as I just said, and we're just going to play a few games, 3, maybe 4 games. Some of it may even be regurgitated content. Now, the system that I'm using isn't as strong as my other drivers. This has an RTX 3080 inside of it. This is just a small build that I kind of move around when I want to test displays and things of that sort. And so I've got a few games loaded. I definitely want to play the Ghost of Tsushima game, okay? I want to go back into some Tekken 8, maybe some Street Fighter 6, because those titles are easy for me to display because I can just have the computer playing. And then I may load up some Destiny. These are just some titles that not only are easier for me to be able to just play, it offers me easier talking points to be able to articulate what it is that I'm seeing. Now, after we get ready to get the video going, we'll go over some settings, and what I'm essentially going to plan to do for these TVs is just kind of set them even Steven. Now, they're going to be in game mode, so it kind of is what it is. In any event, let's try to enjoy the video. We're going to get it going right after this intro. All right, guys, so welcome back in. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Like I said, show some support if you'd like to. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely leave some comments so we can have some engagement. Okay, so these TVs are essentially set identical, and we'll go over the settings in just a second. So right now, this timestamp is definitely going to be for settings. Let's start by just talking about what we have the PC set as, okay? Going to go to NVIDIA control panel. And we actually have these displays running through a Denon receiver. Camera might exaggerate the pink tint on the QD OLED up top, but these displays are both running at 3840 by 2160 at 120 hertz, okay? Some of the games are not going to be able to run at 120 hertz. Just as I spoke on in the opening sequence, we do have an RTX 3080. And if you're not familiar, PC gaming just unlocks a lot more options for you. So whereas you may want to see me running a PlayStation 5, you don't get as good fidelity using these consoles as you do with PCs, okay? So let's dive into some of the settings for the TV. I'm going to use both remotes to try to make this as smooth as possible. All right, so they are both set on gaming type content being game. The picture mode presets are standard, as you can see, game. When we go to the brightness, the A95L is maxed out. It's all the way turned up. The Bravia 9 is at 30, okay? You can go 35, 40, 45, and then max, okay? Gonna keep this thing at 30, which is the default. Power savings is off on both of these, okay? This is not a settings video. This is just me kind of showing you what I'm looking at, okay? So let's go down to picture, and we're just going to browse through some of these options, okay? As we go to brightness, we can see HDR brightness is max on the A95L. It is at 30. We just discussed that. Contrast HDR is at 90. This is default. Gamma is even, neutral. Preferred brightness, let's see. There's going to be gradation. Preferred is turned on with the with the Bravia 9. And brightness preferred is on with the A95L. These are default settings. I haven't touched any of these, okay? Black levels are neutral. Black equalizers are turned off. The local dimming is obviously going to be a feature on the Bravia 9. That's not on the A95L. But when we go down to the even setting of peak luminance, SDR, it is turned on medium with the A95L. That works best for me. The Bravia 9 could be low. It could be medium. It could be high, okay? But I'll leave that turned off. Okay, that just looks good for me. When we go to color, I do have the color space set at 60. Okay, hue is neutral. Live color is turned on with both, but at low. And then the color temperature is all preference, okay? I use Expert 2 is just what I like. The OLED does offer me more of a warmer base, and it does look more organic to me. I think some of it has to do with the fact that the screen is glossy. I'm not sure. But essentially, these have the same exact picture settings, okay? So there's no manipulation within this video. It just kind of is what it is, and the camera is locked, okay? Let's get to some gameplay. All right, we're going to start off with some Street Fighter 6. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about before I actually timestamp this video for Street Fighter 6. I want to talk about the fact that game mode in the Bravia 9 is going to be a little bit more dim, okay? And when I say a little bit, I don't know exactly how much dim, but it is definitely dimmer than when it's not in game mode, okay? And I think that's on purpose. I don't know. There's currently an update for the TV. I don't know if that addresses that. I don't know if this is a glitch. But it doesn't appear to be a problem for me. And I say it's not a problem for the simple fact that the TV is brighter, noticeably, significantly noticeably brighter than the A95L, which is not a TV that's dim by any stretch of the means, okay? And so while I have the compiler shaders running for this particular game, I knew that I'll have a little bit of time to talk, okay? So corner left, or corner right, excuse me, there is some blooming. I can notice that, and I'm about 12 feet away. We've got a character that could be Ryu Akuma. It could be Ken. I don't know. They're doing the Tatsumaki Senpu Kaku. That's the hurricane kick. And with doing that kick, I'm seeing him as he's spinning. There's definitely some noticeable blooming on this. Now, that blooming is definitely not noticeable on the A95L up top, okay? There's also a little bit of blooming where it says compiling shaders. It's not actually for the verbiage, the wordage, but it's more so like that blue color bar. I can see some blooming that's active there. Now, I don't know how much the camera's going to pick that up, but I think this part was important for me to just have this discussional time for you guys, okay? So once this is done rolling, I'll edit the footage so that we'll come back and we'll take a look at Street Fighter 6. I'm going to use the stage Fet Forain. Now, not only do I love the music on this stage, but it's a very colorful stage, okay? I'm going to turn the graphical settings all the way up on this thing, so it'll be in 4K. Make sure that you guys run this at 4K at 60 frames per second, and you may want to come back the next day because high dynamic range should be available for your viewing pleasures. I will render it at that, but YouTube does take an extra day or two for me when I do post these videos, especially when they're like 15 to 20 minutes. I digress. We'll come right back when we got the game running. All right, here we are with Street Fighter 6. I'm going to give this timestamp just a little bit of time. Might make these up to 5 minutes, but we do want to go through some settings together. There's a new version of the game that needs to be installed. We'll let that install. All right, we're right back with it. I love this game. It's currently on its second season. I do have a gaming channel. The link to that is in the description. You can subscribe if you want to support that. Gonna be doing a lot of gaming over this summer. All right. So now we got the game pulled up. We're gonna go to some settings and get this all going for you guys. Wanted to get a little closer. And yeah, I gotta tell you, man, that black, just the black levels on the OLED, man, it looks really good. All right, let's get to some settings so we can just adjust the resolution. Everything looks pretty good. Okay. We're just going to go right to versus one-on-one. We're going to set it to computer. This game's got a lot of colors. Let me get some volume for you guys. Yeah. 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 Already got the crown and a smile. We're gonna go Akuma Akuma. CPU level 8. All right, let's enjoy this fight. I'm watching it with you guys from the viewfinder. Tell me what y'all thinking, man. Let's look at the colors. Let's go. Good counter. Oh, he's doing optimal stuff. Oh, nice. Okay, target combo. Miss DP. Jeez. Get off then. Oh. What? Oh my goodness. Let's go. Turn up. Oh man, okay. He going crazy. He lost on the other video, the right player did. Oh my goodness. Dude, this guy's going nuts. Oh my goodness. Not only was that a good fight, but y'all gotta tell me what y'all think, man. Street Fighter 6. All right, guys, we do have Tekken 8 here. What I want to do is just make sure that we do have the game running at its optimal resolution. We should be in 4K, but that's really what's important to me. Graphic settings. Okay, yeah, we're 4K. All right, cool. Just want to make sure. So we're gonna go ahead and run some versus. Computer versus computer. Tekken runs in 3 rounds. We're just gonna do Kazuya. Ultra hard. Now this game might be a little bit more taxing for the graphics card than Street Fighter.
Get ready for the next battle.
We're gonna let this run though. Let me get with you guys so that I can enjoy it with you. Let me know what you think about the colors, black levels, everything. Yeah, this is a little bit more taxing for the GPU. Having everything turned up, but looks good on both of them. This is an HDR game, unlike Street Fighter. You know, there's details like, just like the whites are brighter on the B9, you know. Love that contrast on the OLED though, man. It's that paired with that gloss screen, you know. It's a combination. The colors are not as bright, but they just seem like they're more vivid. When that brightness starts kicking through with the different colors, man, you know, it's another level. right. This could be match game. Ooh. Okay. Damn. Okay. I guess we're going to the last one. It's good for the content. Okay. Okay then. Good fight, good fight. You guys gotta let me know what you think. All right, that's Tekken 8. All right, so we got Ghost on right now. It's a super theatrical type of game. I love this game. First time playing it since it's come out on PC within the last 2 weeks. And I have not made it very far. So we're starting something totally new and fresh. Let's go to graphics. Presets. We're gonna set this to high, man. This build is not like built for this. It's not either of my 4090 builds, so it's gonna be really important for me to take advantage of some of that deep learning super sample technology. Just want to make sure we are set for 4K before we get going. And again, we do have that deep learning super sample turned on. That is going to be Alright, just making sure we're clean there. Great. It's being the type of game that it is, I feel like, you know, I could just start this kind of fresh. And of course, it's compiling shaders. I don't want this to take too long, so we'll come right back. Okay, and we're definitely back. Now, when I play my video games, I like to play on hard. The lethal is like a one strike and you're dead, I guess. So hard puts me at that position where I feel as if I am, you know, being tested. Immediately, the reds look more richer on the QDO LED up top. Like, it's not even a question. I would definitely prefer to play this looking at the 2 with the TV up top. But it does have that overall pinkish like look to it. Let me get back there with you guys so I can see what you see. From a contrast perspective, you know, I think it's more psychological. Like, you know, the OLED is going to be better, but there's nothing that is pulling me away from the mini LED. Now, when it comes down to like these bright details, you know, where this is like moonlight and that type of stuff, I mean, it's kind of a wash. And I feel like I get a better representation of seeing the faces better on the Bravia 9. It's weird, but it's like the QDO LED is the superior technology, but the B9 is like the better looking TV, if that makes any sense.
They are what make us. We are the warriors of Tsushima. We are samurai!
Alright, let's get to some gameplay. On second thought, this is gameplay. I think letting this theatrical run is good because it's all actual game, it's not CGI. A little bit more of a cloudy look on the LED, definitely.
Outsiders! Send your finest warrior to face me!
Nada, Jinnida.
The pop of the fire though, like the actual flare and that brightness of the fire, it's not matched on the with the B9.
Haru Nobuadachi, descendant of the legendary Yoshinobu Adachi.
In suffering.
Samurai! Do you surrender? Cowards of Yamuna deserve no mercy. No
All right, so this is where physical control of the game starts.
Even if it costs us our lives.
All right. Yeah, man. So it's more about color with the QD OLED, man. Right? But it's more about like how purpose the bright is, like just looking at the fire, right? Like I like the color of the fire better. And keeping in mind, these are set identical from that perspective. Live color, everything is set the same. I'll do this for you guys if you want to slow up the camera, kind of see what you think about motion. Sorry if you're dizzy.
Men, we must hunt down the Mongol leader. Everyone, with me. Oh, Mongol dog, cut them down.
We've ended all the suffering.
We're all that's left. There is only one path. Fight the Mongol leader and empty Pierre. I'll fight beside you.
All right, guys, we got Destiny 2 Lightfall here. And I got to tell you, I'm actually really impressed with how bright the whites are for the A95L. The whites actually look brighter for the Destiny 2 and the Lightfall. It's really impressive to see that. We haven't adjusted any settings, haven't changed anything with the two TVs. I'm just feeling as if I'm seeing, man, how can I describe this to you? It almost feels as if roles were reversed a little bit. It's like I'm getting more of a brighter picture in just this opening sequence right here. But I feel like I'm getting a deeper contrast look in the corners on the Bravia 9. I'm just looking at the corner left top left, right, bottom, left, right. You know, but it just feels like the brightness is more on purpose with the A95L. I don't know what the hell is happening with this, but we got this game here, so we're gonna go ahead and try to get this thing loaded, get a little bit of gameplay content for this. Now it is daytime, as you can see. I think the camera's doing a pretty good job of trying to articulate and pull both TVs. I do have a dome light on. Let me turn that off for the A95L. All right, guys. So I'm experiencing something I never have in all the time that I have done TV comparisons, even before I started doing this on YouTube 3 years ago. This is the first game that I've ever seen where I feel like it just looks better on one display than another. And it just, you know, having the settings set because they have the same OS. They have the same OS, so essentially with these two TVs, you're able to get a even Steven from a settings perspective, right? That puts me in a position where, you know, I figured, hey man, they're gonna look really close. I don't like the way this game looks on the Bravia 9, looking at an A95L right next to it. Now, it doesn't look bad at all, but there's just too much going on with the Bravia 9 that just helps the pop and everything. Okay, so like me looking at like this purple tint or whatever that is, there's just so much more shine to it, right? Even like, okay, so like as I'm looking at this, just looking at this like this neon light or whatever, right? That just looks so much more immersive, okay? And it may have something to do with it may have something to do with the gloss screen. Sorry, this isn't B-roll footage, and this is the problem when you're not shooting B-roll, because you're actually trying to focus on it, but it keeps the commentary more organic too. I digress. But yeah, this is absolutely wild to me. You know, every other game that I played, the Street Fighter, the Tekken, the Ghost of Tsushima, and even playing Destiny on this yesterday, like it looked good and it feels good, right? So it's not an issue with motion, but there's definitely a lack thereof. Now listen, this is a similar comparison. So please, if you're listening to this, hear out exactly what I'm saying. Can I change the Bravia 9? I'm absolutely sure that I can, right? But when you're doing a versus and you happen to have the same manufacturer and it's only a year apart, which means they have the same picture settings and such, same UI essentially, on the same settings, I should be able to feel like I'm looking at something very comparable. And you know, the A95L, and I'm not here to really say one wins or one doesn't, but when comparisons are done for video games, I am for sure that now you really need to look at like what a game looks like specifically. Like Destiny looks better on an OLED, period. Right? I mean, anything looks better. And I'm not just talking about the perfect blacks, but I'm just saying that this game comes alive on this QD OLED a lot more with the same settings. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't want to waste a lot of time with this timestamp, but I wanted to be able to, you know, just really speak what I'm saying. And so, yeah, let me know. All right, guys, I don't want to overload you with too much content. I just wanted to put something together specifically for gaming. We'll probably end up doing some more content for gaming, but it'll be a little bit more widespread with like some more traditional old school stuff. Again, I got this TV set up in my living room in front of the A95L, so it's not the most comfortable having this the way it is. But over the next couple of days, we'll be making some more content. The next video is probably going to transition back to a comparison with all HDR. We're going to do professional setting, all HDR content. If there's any type of, you know, TV shows or anything like that, I say TV shows, if it's anything in HDR that you think you want to see, let me know in the comment section of this video, and I'll be sure to try to obtain it or log into a subscription or something so we can bring that content to you. Okay, I do appreciate you checking it out. All that I ask is that leave some support, man. Leave some comments, share the video, like, and let's keep it going. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, man, max love.